They said that history is written by the victors, but in the world of luxury, history is written by the visionaries. What you are looking at is not just a 10 crore electric car. It is a ghost from the past finally coming to life. In the year 1900, before the world even had a paved highway, Charles Rolls drove an electric carriage and made a staggering prediction. He said, "The electric car is perfectly noiseless and clean, no smell, no vibration. They should become very useful when fixed charging stations can be arranged." He made that promise 126 years ago. Today, that promise is finally kept. I'm Gurpreet and this is the Rolls-Royce Spectre. Let's see if a century of waiting was worth it. To understand this car, you have to understand the man who inspired it, Henry Royce. He was not born into royalty. He was a 9-year-old boy selling newspapers on the streets of London just to buy a piece of bread. He had exactly 1 year of formal schooling. 1 year. But he had a mechanical soul. He believed that if a thing didn't exist in perfection, he had to design it himself. He teamed up with Charles Rolls, the aristocrat who loved speed. Together, they built the Silver Ghost, a car so quiet people thought it was magic. But for 120 years, they had a secret. They were using petrol engines only because the world was not ready for electricity. The Spectre is the car Rolls and Royce wanted to build in 1904. It's not a shift in strategy, it's a return to their roots. Now let's talk about the architecture of luxury. This car weighs nearly 3 tons, but it has the most aerodynamic shape in Rolls-Royce history. Even the spirit of ecstasy was redesigned to cut through the air like a knife. Step inside and you are in a century. This is the first time we are seeing starlight doors, 4796 stars woven into the leather. It's powered by 2 electric motors producing 577 horsepower and 900 Newton meters of torque. But here is the world-class marketing secret. Rolls-Royce didn't want this car to feel electric. They wanted it to feel like a Rolls-Royce that just happens to be silent. There is no ludicrous mode here. There is no neck-snapping jerk. Instead, you get waftability. It's the feeling of being pushed by a silent, invisible tide. It's the ultimate expression of power without effort. There are 7 kilometers of cabling inside this car. It has 141,200 sender-receiver functions. It's essentially a supercomputer on wheels. The suspension system, the planar system, can decouple the anti-roll bars so each wheel acts independently. If the car detects a bump, it literally relaxes its muscles to glide over it. You don't drive the Spectre, you float on it. So what is the verdict for the world? The Spectre is the end of an era and the start of a legend. It proves that Henry Royce's obsession with perfection and Charles Rolls' vision for electricity were right all along. They just had to wait 126 years for the rest of us to catch up. In a world where everyone is shouting for attention with loud engines and flashy tech, the Spectre wins by being the quietest. It's not just a car, it's a 10 crore testament to the power of a dream that refused to die. If this story of Henry Royce, from a newspaper boy to the king of cars, inspired you, hit the subscribe button. I want to hear from you in the comments. Is silence the new luxury, or do you still crave the roar of a V12? I'll be responding to your thoughts below. I'm Gurpreet and I'll see you in the next one.